Hi everyone, I'm so glad that you decided to stop by and check me out today. I'm going to be playing with a little makeup look mostly from Jane Iredale, and I couldn't decide if I wanted to call this a demo or a tutorial or a one brand whatever. So maybe at the end I'll be able to figure out what it is exactly I'm doing. But I have some new makeup from Jane Iredale that I wanted to demo for you. It's their PurePressed foundation. I'm just putting, there we go, putting my sunscreen on. The weather has turned really strange. It was upper 80s and low 90s all last week here in Los Angeles. And then today, it's like 60 degrees or something and cloudy, and when I woke up this morning, my face was really, really dry. So I prepped my skin for this because it's a pressed foundation, so a powder foundation. So I prepped my skin with this morning with some extra oil, and I used marula oil, and then underneath, and now I'm just putting on my sunscreen, which leaves my skin feeling that sort of little slip. You know, it's not too obvious, but it does feel like I have a light primer on. So yeah, let's get started. So I think I'm going to go in with the powder foundation first and then put the concealer on after, so I can see exactly how much concealing I really need to do. So we'll start, here's the foundation. It's their pressed. Ooh, that's terrible. There's the foundation. It's the pressed, and my color is fawn. So I'm going to start with my flat top kabuki brush and just get this on. Oh yeah. Hello. So this does give a medium-ish coverage that you can build, you know, depending on how much you need. But one of the reasons that I like this is because it's really quick. And then if you want to build, you can just use a smaller, let's see, what do I have? Do I have a small brush here? Let me grab it. Okay, yeah, so if you want to build, I'm just going to use this little kabuki and say, build right around here a little bit. That just concentrates the color kind of where you need it. One thing I've never noticed with this powder is it building up in fine lines or caking or anything like that. So that's a good thing. Okay, awesome. So let's see, next I guess I'll go ahead and do my concealer and my eyebrows. And I'll do that off camera because I'm not using any Jane Iredale products, and you've seen me do my eyebrows and concealer before. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll come right back. Okay. The concealer that I use today is the Well People, the Bio Correct, and then the eyebrows are my usual Silk Naturals Medium Ash and the Honest Beauty Brow Power Pen Brow Filler. In fact, here we go. All right. I'm just going to put on some concealer from Mineral Fusion on my eyelids as kind of an eyelid primer, mostly to lighten up these areas here so that the color of the eyeshadow will be truer. Why can't I get this open? I just did my nails last night, and now I'm going to end up ruining them because I can't get this open. Why can't I get this open? Oh, there we go. So I'm just going to use the lightest shade of this concealer. So the reason that I didn't really want to call this a tutorial is because, Lord knows, I am not a makeup artist, but I do have theatrical training and worked on stage for many years, and as a result I know a lot about putting on stage makeup for sure. Which is why, for example, you won't see me ever doing contour. Because on stage, the idea is to make your face a blank canvas. On stage, the idea is to make your face a blank canvas. Goodness, I don't know, I can't talk today. And then, you know, you'll use like a matte foundation and then draw in the planes of the face according to your vision of what the character looks like. So, for example, if I was playing a character that I wanted to look older or sick, I would do a lot of shading in this area, and, you know, maybe bring some light up into here, and it works like a charm. So, which is why you won't see me actually doing that in real life, because I don't want to. I mean, if you know, for those of you that like to contour, be aware. Make sure you know what you're doing, because otherwise, you know, it can make you look very older, much older. Because youth, you know, you have fullness through here, and that sort of says to the human eye a more youthful appearance. When you start to get sunken in this area is when, you know, the human eye thinks that you are aging. All right, enough of that. Palette is going to be Eye Palette from Jane Iredale. This is it right here. I hope hope you can get a good look at that. And I'm going to be using this medium shade all over the lid and into the crease. And then I may go in with that darker brown to, you know, just give a little more depth to the crease area. Let's get a nice fluffy brush. This is an e.l.f. brush. I think it's their eyeshadow brush. It's a nice one though, I like it. So I'm just going to put this all over. I've been using this palette the whole month pretty much. Any eye look that you've seen in my videos that were not, you know, makeup videos was done with this palette and mostly with this color. Okay, then I'm going in with, I'm going to use the little brush that came in the palette, this teeny little thing here, to just put a little of the brown shade. That was called Cappuccino, by the way, what's on there right now. And this darker shade is called Dark Suede. So just here, that's a lot. I'm going to really seriously blend that out because that's way more than I wanted. Okay, that's on, and now let's just take this and really, there we go. Notice how well these shadows blend. Okay, then I want to take, let's see, a little brush here. I'm going to take the lightest shade, this oyster shade here, and use that just under the brow bone, just to bring a little light to this area. There we go. I just realized that I put on the concealer, but notice how shiny it is? I didn't set it. So I'll do that in a second. Just kind of just working that into the transition color. How's that? All right, let's just get this. Go over one more time, especially in this area. I don't want to see any lines of demarcation. I just like kind of eyeshadow looks that I like are the kind where one color just kind of fades into the next. And since we're playing with this palette a little bit, I'm going to use this color right here, Almond, just in this area of the lid, just to give it a little more depth. Okay. Now, before I forget again, let's get... I'm going to use the Silk Naturals Blur Powder. I've been using it pretty much consistently. And it's been working really well, as you can see. Okay. Now with this foundation, Jane Iredale recommends that you use a setting spray. I don't have one of her setting sprays, but I am going to use, before I go any further, just a spritz. This is my Andalou Naturals toner, and I just put it in this old bottle here because this has a fine mist on it. So let me just do that. Perfect. Okay, for liner today, so I'm going to use this really dark gel liner from Marc Jacobs, but I'm going to use this brush from e.l.f. It's their eyeliner brush to put it on because I don't want it to go on too thick. Bring it down a little bit, hopefully. Okay, that's not showing up at all, so let's try it. I have another idea. Let's just get it on and then smudge it. And try and give myself a teeny bit of a cat eye. Yes. All right, other eye. I am so terrible at eyeliner. This has been really, really helpful, but one of the reasons I've never tried liquid eyeliner is because I'm afraid I'd just make a big mess of the whole thing. Also, I noticed that my eye shape tends to really point down, so it's hard to do a cat eye in this direction. So I try and put it right in where the bone structure here indents a little bit. I'm not sure that that actually makes my eyes look bigger, but okay, I'm going to take this and dip it in the brown shade, in that dark brown shade, and go underneath my lower lashes with it. I'm also going to hit the waterline. I'm going to use this MAC liner to do that because I know that this does not irritate my eyes and I don't want to take any chances. And then I won't tight line the lower line because it is the lower waterline because it is daytime. Yeah, so this morning I got up and my whole face felt so tight and dry. It's like all of a sudden, all right, so I'm going to go a little bit under here. You know, being indoors in the heat, I guess, you know, with the heat turned on, really dried out my skin overnight. So it's time for the facial oils again. It's so weird though because next week it's going back up to like 88 or something. It's crazy. The mascara I'm using today is the Aquarian Gaze from Pacifica. I used this just recently used it, and it's okay. It's not lengthening. It's more volumizing, I would say. And I tend to like length better, but yeah, whatever. I have it, so I'll use it. Doesn't appear to smudge at all, which is good. At least not that I've noticed. Oh, I know what I wanted to tell you guys. A couple of weeks ago, well, about a week or so ago, no, a couple of weeks ago, I woke up and my hip was hurting. And this continued for 3 or 4 days, to the point where I was limping. And I did not know what I had done. I did not know where this came from. And one, on the worst day, I think, I remembered, you know what, I'm going to take some fish oil because I haven't taken any all month, I don't think. And I had salmon for dinner that night, and I had salmon for dinner the next night, and took another fish oil. And the following morning, no pain. So it's true what they say about fish oil. It does work. So I've been taking it every day since, except I forgot yesterday. And of course, right now I'm feeling a little bit of discomfort in my hip. So when I have lunch today, I will take it, definitely make sure that I take it. So for blush, I'm going to use, I've been using the other Jane Iredale blush that I have called Flawless constantly. So I am forcing myself to not use that today. Because you've seen it in every single video that I've done since I got the stuff. I'm going to be using this one called Mystique. This is a very rich, sort of burgundy, copper, sort of, well, it's kind of pink. I'll look it up to make sure, but to my eye in this light, it's pink, but it's a warm, pink, a very warm pink. Alrighty. First time I put this blush on, when I was testing it out, I ended up with clown cheeks. I'm not going to do bronze today. I'm just not feeling it. So we're just going straight in for blush. So, oh yeah, as I was saying, yeah, the first time I used this, I mean, look at that. I'm barely touching my face. And I had to use a lot of powder to see, like already, I think. I don't know if you can tell, but to me, it looks like I put on too much. Let's put a little bit up here. So I'm going to grab this blending brush. There's nothing on this. This is just a clean brush, and just calm this down a little bit. So yeah, Jane Iredale's blushes are very pigmented. Be careful. That's better. And then for lips, we're on lips already? Did I forget anything? I guess not. For lips, we're going to use the lip crayon in Naughty, which is this beautifully burgundy. Why do I want to say burgundy? It's like a deep, deep, deep brick red. And what I like about this is you don't need liner because you've already got a pencil here. You can just draw it on. So let's do that. It glides on really, really easy. And the color's nice and buildable. It's the first time I'm wearing this, so I can't really tell you how it wears, but it feels really nice. And you can see it's got a little bit of sheen, which is what I prefer. I'm not really into matte lipsticks, on me at least. I know I've seen them on other people and they look beautiful, But on me, they tend to make my lips look very one-dimensional, and I like a more three-dimensional look. So I like a little bit of sheen to the lips. It also tends to sit in, you know, the lip lines, which is never a good thing. But yeah, so this is the Jane Iredale look. We've got the cheeks, the lips, the eyes. Do you want to see those eye colors? And yeah, that's it. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you did with a big thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't, and you'll, you know, be notified when I put up another video. In the meantime, thanks again, and everybody take care. Have a great day out there, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.